Well, we opened up stumbling out of the gate, if you will, on the corn and the wheat market, and the soybeans were off of their overnight highs. Let's see how we're faring right now that we're about 45 minutes into our trading session here this morning. So with our quotes provided by bar chart, we zero in on the corn, and we have May now 5 1/4 lower at 5.40 1/4. So we're slipping further away from that high from overnight. You know, we hit 5.56 1/4 last night for the high, and now we're at 5.39 3/4. So we've gone under 5.40 now. The December new crop corn down 4 3/4 cents at 4.76 3/4. That would be 9 cents off of its overnight high. Okay, let's take a look at our soybean market, and right now on the May contract, we're trading 9 1/4 lower at 14.39 1/4. September just above 13 bucks at $13.50. That's up 8 1/4 cents. In the wheat market in Chicago, with our quotes provided by bar chart, now we're seeing a double-digit loss in the May. We're down 11 3/4 at 6.41 1/4, and that is now 21 cents off of our overnight high. All kinds of pressure going on here in that Chicago wheat. Is Kansas City following along? Well, it sure is. May down 11 3/4 now at 6.14 1/2, only 2 ticks from our low of the day, and again about 21 cents off our overnight high. Spring wheat, we have May now 6 3/4 lower at 6.38 1/2, and we have July down 6 1/4 cents as well. I want to bring in Chris Swift of Swift Trading and talk about the market activity. Chris, we got our Commitment of Traders report over the weekend. Wanted to run through our fund positions here, if you don't mind. And we have a graphic here that I put together, and basically the commodity funds are net long on all of these: corn, soybeans, and wheat, even the cotton. But they sold 12,600 contracts of corn. Soybeans, they sold 16,800 contracts, and they sold Kansas City wheat and also cotton, but they did buy a little Chicago wheat. Did that Commitment of Traders report tell you anything?
No, it really didn't, Marlin. And I know a lot of people look at that, and those are important to know where the positions are. But that data is generally late when it comes in, and we really don't know what causes those people to buy or sell anything they do. The one thing that we note more than anything, we've seen just about every Sunday night for the last 4 Sunday nights, the market will open higher and stay higher through the evening session. Come in Monday morning, and we don't get any of the export sales, and that's when the traders begin to take that profit, or begin to take those dollars off the board.
Well, we did not have any overnight export sales. We've had a grand total of, I believe, 1 in the last 4 weeks or something like that. Folks getting a little bit nervous here about that. And what's the situation with South American production? Are they getting to get quite a bit of corn and soybeans online now for shipping out of the country or not?
No, they're not. Not that I understand. I think it's still very wet in the Brazil areas and trying to get beans out, and still very dry in the Argentina areas there. But no, I don't know of any grain that is available for shipping right now. And they've had some kinds of issues with the quality of the product down there because they have very little storage like what we have here. So their storage issues begin to deteriorate the quality of their product a lot faster than what it does here.
And a quick look at the dollar. We noted earlier where we were higher on the dollar, and it still is. March futures 230 points higher. June futures now 236 points higher at 92.225 on the U.S. dollar index. So that could be adding a little pressure as well. Chris, we'll come back in a moment, and we'll open up our livestock trade once again and take another look at it to see if they've decided which way they want to go. If you remember, right out of the gate, they were mixed. We'll see what's going on now when we come back. On the livestock trade, let's go back to Chris Swift of Swift Trading Incorporated and take a look. We're now a little higher on live cattle. June is 17 cents higher at 118.17. Remember, earlier this morning we were narrowly mixed. Now everything is just a little bit firmer. On the feeder cattle market, well, look at April. Now we're up $1.10 at 140.12 per hundredweight after a low this morning of 138.62. So that's a nice $1.50 bounce there. The deferreds are still mixed if you go out into the late summer. Lean hog trade, you currently have April 57 cents lower. We're at 86.60 in the May, down 45 at 89.02. And the deferreds just lower by about 12 to 15 cents. Not much out there, but a little weaker in the hogs. What do you see happening in cattle here, Chris? I see where Friday, I believe on the livestock summary, we had some cattle in Nebraska sold at 180, and that was about it. Not much sign of strength out there in the cash.
No, it sure seems to be a tale of two worlds right now, where we've got the front end of the market really weak because we had that setback in the snowstorm. Cattle didn't lose as much weight as a lot of people thought we did, and now we're running back with elevated kills. So we've got ample plenty inventory of meat on hand. And there is a bullishness out there, whether it's from the stimulus package that's coming or the pent-up demand from the virus. But there is a very, very big, I guess, I'm just trying to think of the right word for it, but optimism, just a huge amount of optimism in the back end. So the futures markets continue to hold significant premiums to the front end, but the front end is sitting here just wallowing in quite a few little instances that it has to get through right now.
Interesting stuff. Yeah, it's amazing how that all filters down. Good to talk with you, Chris. I appreciate it. Have a good Monday out there. Chris Swift of Swift Trading Incorporated joining us here this morning. Janet, back to you.